As always, thank you for being here. Fired up to be back rolling. So, guys, appreciate your guys' time as always coming out to listen to the press conference and where we're kind of going. And just so excited for this season, man. Thank you, Jesus, for an opportunity just to have an impact on these kids. As a coach, as you roll into season, I get judged on what happens 12 nights a year, right? You're getting into that mode. But as I'm open about, man, at the end of the day, like, why I'm here is to have an impact on these kids and hopefully grow them into be the best version of themselves so they can be world changers, right? That's really what I feel called to do by using the vehicle of football. So can't wait for game one. Proud of our staff, so proud of our players from January to now, the work they put in, and just really excited to see them go cut it loose. We're a new team this year. South Florida is a new team. Every FBS team at this point in the year is a new team, and there's a lot of question marks. I get asked, like, what's going to be the strength of your team? What are some position groups that are going to stand out? It's really hard to say that because we haven't played anybody yet, right? We still have everything to prove. No different than South Florida. Last year is done. You can't start halfway up the mountain. The ball's going to get put down here Thursday at 5:30. So proud of where our guys are at, proud of where we're growing to. But before I get into any football stuff, I got to give Bob Bueller a shout out, man. Bucknell Hall of Fame. Let's clap it for Bob Bueller, man. Big time. Big time. But as always, guys, just can't wait to get in this run with you. Proud of how our guys finished fall camp. We've talked a lot about that through the scrimmages and where we're at. And so now it's really curious to see how our team plays game one, right? You can sit here and talk about what you hope to accomplish. Game one, you figure out a lot about your team. And then hopefully every team is growing from week one to week two to week three, so on and so forth, and sustaining that throughout. Got a really, really good football team we're playing game one. I mean, thank the world to South Florida. And I told our team, I think I'm going to be one of the most talented teams we see all year. We're going to play some talented teams. I put South Florida right up there with everybody we play, from team speed to physicality to schematically to just overall roster. I mean, Coach Golish has done a phenomenal job building that roster. I mean, seeing what he's done in the time he's been at South Florida, I mean, back-to-back bowl game wins. I mean, he's played everybody in the country. Really, really proud of what he's done at South Florida, man. So we know what we're going to get from them. We're going to get their best, and we know that they're a really, really good football team, one of the best football teams we're going to see all year. Talking about their offense, obviously, I mean, their quarterback, number 17, Brown, he will be one of the best football players we see all year on either side of the ball. Not even just talking one of the best quarterbacks we see. He's one of the best football players we will see in the 2025 season. Have a ton of respect for him. Have done a lot of research on him kind of over the summertime, getting to know more about him. Man, I got a lot of respect for the young man. I mean, his character, how he leads. He gets a lot of credit in regards to how he runs the ball, which he should. He can make every throw now, too. I mean, he is big, strong. He's an NFL quarterback. We will see him play on Sundays here soon. He's earned that. I mean, he's a leader, how he speaks. I mean, he grabs your attention in his interviews. We got our hands full with 17. And then, I mean, their offensive line will be one of the best offensive line units we see all season. I mean, veteran offensive line group. There's a mentality about their offensive line. They work together. They impose their will on defenses. And then you throw the tempo in on that. I mean, there's a lot of clips where there's a defensive front can't even get lined up against them. And then when they do, this offensive line punches them in the mouth. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the mentality with which they train their fronts. And then schematically, how they use every inch of the field. I mean, Coach Golish has been doing this for a long time. The tempo, the speed, the splits, all the different run schemes, all the different motions that you got to deal with. I mean, our defense has their hands full. And that's why I've been very open about them, about the task at hand. And it all starts with number 17. I mean, once again, one of the best players we will see all year on either side of the ball. And he's going to make his plays. I told our defense, like, he's going to make his plays. Those elite players, they're going to make their plays. We just got to stay consistent and keep our focus, especially with the tempo and all the things outside from the travel. I know without question that is going to be a packed house on Thursday night. That's happening, right? Can't control that. Can't control the weather. We can control our prep. We know offensively what they're going to do to us.
You guys had some unique ways of preparing them for that weather. Just where do you get some? I know we shouldn't be surprised, but where do you get some of that inspiration from?
Yeah, I'm going to jump in just the other two sides really quick, and then I'll jump to the weather. Yeah, so defensively, Todd Orlando's been doing this for a long time. He brings so much experience, and all his defenses, I mean, they're sound. He creates absolute chaos. For an offense, I mean, how to deal. I mean, you're dealing with odd fronts, even fronts, multiple packages, and what they are very, very impressive with is they take the ball away. I mean, they've led in the turnover battles so many times wherever he's been, and that's a mentality, and it's something obviously defensively that I look at. Man, shoot, I'm I got a lot of respect for that because that's something we need to grow in defensively is how we take the ball away. They've got a lot of really good transfers come in. We've kind of done some research on some of the guys that they brought in on both sides of the ball, but especially on defense. I mean, they did a great job bringing in some talented players from the transfer portal that can create chaos from the back end to the front. And what they do defensively, they've got a lot of answers. They got answers for everything you kind of give them in regards to how they align, coverages they play, and they're going to be on the attack and they're going to take the ball away. So we got to do a great job with our communication. And like I said, I got a lot of respect for how they play defensively. Lastly, special teams wise, we know they're going to have speed. I mean, they have some guys in their team that can flat out fly. So we know whoever was their punt returner, kickoff returner, they've got a lot of guys there that can take it the distance. So if we're wrong on our fits, they're going to make you pay in a major way. It's going to be an explosive play. They play relentless on special teams. They also, I mean, they're going to pick their shots too. I mean, there's a lot of surprise onside on film. They'll fake a punt. I mean, they had a kickoff return to the house against San Jose State by a fake reverse. So they got really good schematic answers, and their guys buy in on special teams. I mean, obviously, I got a lot of respect for them on how hard they play on special teams. That's a culture piece that Coach Golish has done a really good job instilling because their guys are relentless on special teams. So in all three phases, I mean, this is a stinking really good football team, one of the most talented teams we'll see all year. Playing them game one on the road in the elements, we got to get ready to prepare and play our best. And we know that our team, our staff, we know the task at hand. So excited to go cut it loose on Thursday. In answer to the question, in the elements, I mean, we don't control that. Neither does South Florida, right? Is it going to rain? Is it going to be a lightning delay? Is it going to be thunderstorm? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be humid? And we're preparing our hardest to simulate those things. At the end of the day, the ball is going to get put down. It's going to be 11 on 11, and we're all going to be playing the same environment. And we got to get our guys ready to focus in that space.
So you talked about Byron Brown a lot, which, again, we wrote the record books last year, and I think he's just calm. So I guess just what can you try and do to stop him?
Yeah, good question. I mean, when you're playing one of the, an elite football player, which I would really put Brown in that mix, you got to have answers. You got to have schematic answers. You have to make sure your defense and whoever you're going is very aware of who you're playing. But you also got to give yourself grace. They're going to make some plays, man. I mean, Brown's going to get his plays. He's an elite football player. There's not one schematic answer that can take him away. I don't care who you are. I mean, he's an elite football player. He's a 3-year starter and has put up yards on everybody he's played because he's elite at what he does. So we just got to stay in the fight. We got to keep our focus. They're going to get their plays. We're going to get ours. We got to stay in it, and we got to find ways to slow them down.
I know that the depth charts, it is what it is. You have to put something out there for week one. Was there any battles that stood out to you or guys that were super impressive that won spots? And some of those oars on the offensive line, how much is that injury related versus guys fighting there?
Yeah, good question, BJ. I think just like I mean, we're putting out a depth chart for game one, and we're going to take the field at that depth chart. But I promise you that depth chart is going to change game two because either how guys play or how whatever happens, there's going to be a really big evaluation of our team after we play South Florida. So there's some oars in there because we're going to rotate guys. We're going to see if that position battle is still neck and neck. We're gonna take the field and we're gonna roll guys to see who is better and who deserves to get more reps than others. In the offensive line, there's some guys banged up through fall camp that hopefully we get back for the game that we're gonna be able to rotate in and out hopefully. And it's also guys competing to get more playing time. So the oars on the depth chart are really how we see it, where it can go either way. Whoever's going to play better than the other one's going to become the 2 or the 1 as we shake out, especially on the offensive line.
We thought we might see Caleb in that on the depth chart. I'm not sure many of us thought it would be a backup punter.
Yeah, he's done a really good job with it. I mean, it gives us a really good answer. I mean, we've got some different things with him as a backup punter that we're going to be able to do that open up a lot of things for us in the punt game. And obviously Caleb, I mean, he's worked his tail off. He wanted to be the backup quarterback and obviously wants to be the starter at some point in his time here. Max Cutforth did a really good job through fall camp. I mean, really proud of him. And he's earned the right to be our 2. Caleb's our third quarterback. And so we're going to find more ways to use his athletic ability and his arm on some special teams.
I know you guys will always have a few, true freshmen on the depth chart, but it feels like a few more than normal this year. What do you like about this recruiting class and just how much of an impact can they make right away?
Yeah, like I said before, I really like the class we signed in December. I mean, not just in who we believe they can become here as football players, love their character. I mean, we recruit always. Talent sets the floor, character sets the ceiling. And I believe that these guys have a high talent level. That's their floor. these guys have high character, and that's where we've been able to grow them really fast. And our staff's done a really good job. I mean, we've got some true freshmen that are going to play game one against, like I said, a very, very good football team in South Florida. And we'll see how they do, right? And that's the curiosity as a coach, that they've been through everything from decks to scrimmages to everything. It's different when it's game one, right? You find out a lot. But, Bol has had a really good, 8 months that he's been here? He's done a lot of really good things. He's going to get his opportunity against South Florida to cut it loose. And it's cool to see, some of our young receivers are going to get a shot. Quentin Brown, Kemonte Williams, true freshmen that have done a really good job through fall camp, and they're going to get their opportunity to go cut it loose. So excited to see these guys compete, excited to see them cut it loose on some special teams, and then you learn and grow from those moments. Game reps are invaluable, and the only way to grow in this game is by playing it, and especially playing it on the big stage, which we're going to be on Thursday night. So we'll learn a lot about our group going forward. There's still some true freshmen that maybe aren't listed on the depth chart that will play for us this season. They maybe just aren't there yet. Just like every year, there's a guy, and I don't know who yet, there's a guy or two on scout team right now working his tail off that's going to continue to get better week in and week out. And week 7 of the season, he's going to be, have a huge role on offense and defense. Don't know who that is yet, but excited to see how that shakes out.
Coach, I know that pass protection was kind of a big emphasis heading into the offseason. How do you feel about the secondary heading into this game against a really versatile USF team? What improvements have you seen during fall camp?
Yeah, we'll find out Thursday night, right? I mean, some of the things you're talking about, it was a huge, growth area for us as a team, and our defensive backs, and it gets focused on, just like anything. You can look at a stat, and then it's easy for you to go right to a position group. That's holistic, right? If there's a category that we're not successful in defensively or offensively, it's not because one position group is not doing what they're supposed to. Maybe there's something that they need to change and grow in, but it's the whole defense. It's the whole team. At the end of the game, they're not going to, well, you lost, but this position group played really well. It's you win as a team, you lose as a team. And I see it no different defensively, right? There's some things that we did really good in regards to, creating chaos plays against quarterbacks. There's a lot of things in the back end that we need to fix. But there's also some plays where we didn't get home on some pressures we called that put them in harm's way. So I'm proud of how our back end's grown this offseason. We're going to put it on full display on Thursday night and see how they do it. And especially against a South Florida team, they are going to make you make those plays. They're going to make you make tackles in space. They're going to make you win a 50-50 ball as a corner, as a safety. Our guys got to go do that. I mean, I love that offense because they put your entire defense in conflict. So we'll learn a lot about our back end Thursday night.
The running backs, there's a lot of talk about them. How do you feel overall with Sherrod in that group? And we don't see Breezy Dubar on the depth chart. I just didn't know if that was him not being available a lot of camp, or how do you kind of see that shaking out?
Yeah, with Breezy, he's got to be healthy, man. He's a guy we're working our tail off to get healthy for this game. And so proud of Breezy, BJ. It's just he's got to stay healthy to be available. And we hope he's going to be available for this game. It's going to be a game time decision if he is. Those other three have done a really good job. Like I said before, I think Malik, Sherrod, and Sire Gaines will really be, back and forth in regards to who's getting the load. Like they're both going to get probably equal amount of carries as we go into this game, right? That's kind of our plan. We'll see how it goes. And then Dylan Riley's had a really good fall camp. He's kind of that third guy that he's going to get his reps. He's going to get his plays to go cut it loose. And all three of them are going to have an impact on special teams, and we need that to happen.
What about receivers? There's a lot of new faces this year. How do you feel coming into week 1 at that position group?
Yeah, just like anything, Bob. Almost similar to the question about our defensive back end. I like where we're at right now. We got to go put it on film. Game 1. Proud of how our receivers have played through fall camp. Things that we've grown in. I'm excited that we got some really young freshmen that we're going to be able to go out there and cut their teeth because that's going to grow them a lot in their time here. Latrell Caples, the bona fide leader of that group, and he's done a great job not only leading the receivers, but leading our offense and team as a whole. And some guys have stepped up. Like I told him, Chris Marshall's had a really good fall camp today. I'm excited to see him cut it loose game 1. I'm not going to promise what that's going to look like because I haven't seen him doing a game yet. Excited for him to do that here in a couple days. Ben Ford's had a really good fall camp. And like I said, a lot of these young guys step up. Cam Bates is always the guy that shows up on special teams and offense. So we've got a really good group, but excited to see who elevates when the game's on the line.
With Chris, we kept saying consistency, and let's see it tomorrow, Now here we are game week, and he's listed as a starter and has gotten to this point. How, I know you said you still got a seat on Thursday, but if he can stay healthy and play out there, have you seen enough to think he's a guy that can be one of the better receivers in this league? Or?
I absolutely do, BJ. I mean, he's always been a very, very talented receiver. Period. End of story. That's not my opinion. That's who he is. But we knew he needed to grow in his consistency. Now, month into fall camp or whatever it's been, very proud of what he's done this offseason. Now I know for him, he's excited to go cut it loose on Thursday night. And from there, we'll be able to see what he does and how we can help him grow in the future. But today, man, I can't be more proud of Chris Marshall and what he's been able to do through this offseason, through fall camp. And I know he's ready to go play this game, right? It's been a while since he's been able to get in a game and really cut it loose. He's ready for that moment. And my big message to him, even when we take the field Thursday, is just go play the game, man. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't try and be someone, I got to do this now. Just go be you. That's my message to our whole team. Game one, there's going to be so much emotion on either side of the ball. Game one, awesome environment, playing, two really good teams playing. My message to our teams is going to be, guys, go cut it loose. Go play the game. Whoever wins this game isn't going to be who has the most emotion. It's going to be who executes. And I think about no different with Chris. He has put the work in to get himself to this point. I'm just excited to see him go cut it loose, BJ.
Did he miss any time during the game?
No.
That right tackle spot, what are you hoping to see with Dalen Matoyer and Hall Schmidt the first game?
Yeah. I mean, Big Lou's Dalen Matoyer's had a really good fall camp, good offseason, good fall camp. Hall Schmidt's been battling back from injuries, been able to get him back rolling. So excited for both those guys. We really plan on you seeing both, but really proud of Big Lou from where he was last year, played sparingly, was able to cut his teeth in some games, and seeing him really step up. And I think he had one of his best practices as a Bronco, scrimmage number 2. And that you really like to see that as a coach, because that shows you the growth. So excited for both those guys.
What's kind of the biggest way he's grown in the offseason, Matoyer?
I think just his mentality, right? He's a really good athlete, explosive, but just the mentality he plays with has grown a lot in regards to, doing your job and doing it at a high level and imposing your will on a defense. That's what we need to see from all 5 of our offensive linemen. No different than USF does with their 5 veteran O-linemen. That's really grown from Big Lou, and proud of that.
You said, obviously control emotions and stuff going into game one. As a head coach that's, in your second full year, what were your kind of emotions, or what will your emotions kind of be, to see if this all, once again, was a good plan and if it all works again?
Yeah. Just like anything, Jay, really good question, man. As I go into game one as a head coach, you really look at, what are we learning every day, right? That's something I've stolen from Coach Pete. It's all about what happened and what did you learn. We got done with fall camp, whatever it is, a week ago. It was no different after that. All right, guys, fall camp, as a staff, what did we learn? What did we grow in? What are some things a year from now in fall camp we got to do better? And I think about it no different as we prep for game one, Jay, no different for me. Whatever year coaching, whatever year as a head coach, I think you always got to be ready to, this is what we believe is our best plan. And however it goes, we got to be ready to learn and be better in week 2. And that's really what I want me and our staff and our players to be focused on, and less about just what the outcome looks like. Does that make sense? And that's why in the offseason, so much of it for us has been process over outcome. I want us to have the best process in the country. The ball's going to roll funny sometimes, right? You might win a game, but you didn't. Your process was still off, right? So as a coach, that's what we control. How the ball is going to bounce Thursday night, the catch here, a missed catch here, a missed tackle, a made tackle. That's football. That's why this is the greatest game on the planet. For me, I just want to make sure we are preparing our players with our process to go be their best. That's what I'm double, triple checking right now, always, because that's always what I want to be as a coach. I want to make sure that they have everything they need to go be successful. They got to go play the game. They got to go put the ball down and play this game they've been playing forever, and don't play with any fear of failure. Go cut it loose. That's what I'm kind of really focused on right now, Jay, and less about, I wonder about these things. There's a lot of things I'm curious about, position groups or players, how they're elevating. I'm really just doubling down on the process of our team.
When it comes to a guy like Ben Ford, listed as a co-starter right now on your depth chart, when things don't go somebody's way, they can maybe look for maybe a new setting, fresh start, something like that. What does it mean that Ben has stuck it out to this point, and now he's in a position to maybe be a starter?
Yeah, Jay, Ben Ford, I can't be more proud of that young man. He's been through so many injuries in his time here. He's just been through a lot. And seeing where he is now, still battling through, didn't miss a day in fall camp, battled, bring in, new freshman receivers and these different guys and never lost his edge. To your point, Jay, I think the common thing to do, and you see that in this landscape, well, if this isn't the shortest line or if this isn't the easiest place for me, I'm out of here. That's not Ben Ford. I mean, he's going to do whatever it takes for this team. He's going to put his head down and work, and that's why he's a huge part of this team, not even just in regards to being a receiver for us, a huge part of our entire locker room, huge part of our entire culture, because he's all in with what we're doing here. And I'm so proud of him. I'm just so proud of him to be able to go cut it loose here in a couple days.
The D-line, I think I counted the 6 newcomers on the D-line, on the depth chart here on the D-line. I know you guys had to obviously, rebuild that with some of the key guys you lost, but how do you feel about that group? And for fans, it's a lot of, new faces out there.
Yeah, we'll find out Thursday night, BJ. Fire it up. No, it's really like how our D-line's grown through fall camp. I mean, Coach Shenander, Coach Miley have done a really good job because there's a lot of new faces. There's some guys that are not new to us, but new to maybe the fan base, and Lopez Sanusi, Michael Mondry, like they've been here. They just haven't really played a lot to date. They're going to be called on to play a lot. And as we go into it, I mean, Braxton Feely is the leader in that room. He's the veteran coming back. But then you really got 5 guys there, BJ, that we're excited to see how they play. So, and the consistency with which they play with will dictate how they are game 2, game 3, and who is going to elevate to really be that number 2, that number 3. Because right now, it's open competition. And I've been open with our defensive front, just like Coach Nander. We'll find out who takes the field with Braxton Feely, maybe at the hotel. Because I just want to, right now, we still got to continue to push and grow. I like all of them, but who's going to elevate themselves to be the guy?
You've got 3 tackles, 3 nose tackles, and 3 D tackles listed. I mean, do you plan on all 6 of those guys? I mean, how deep's the rotation going to go?
Yeah, it's all going to be about how the game goes. I mean, this offense that our team is going against, I mean, they are one of the fastest, I think the fastest offense in the country. So they're not going to let you sub much. And when you do, you better be ready to roll some D-line because they're going to try and run your defense off the field. So we got to be ready to roll all 6 of them, and all 6 of them got to be ready to play.
Sire Gaines, like if you shake his hand, it feels like he's gonna break it.
No
You
question.
interview him, it feels like he's staring through your soul.
Yeah.
What does his intensity mean to you guys on game day?
Yeah, I mean, Sire Gaines has that mentality that, I wish I could bottle it up and give it to everybody on this team, right? I mean, he's wired that way. I've been open about it. I don't know if he took a day off this entire summertime, right? Because he just, with getting hurt last season, having football taken from you, when it's taken from someone who loves this game so much and loves this team so much, that's hard. That's hard, man. And he's been through that. Seeing him now healthy, cutting it loose in fall camp, I mean, he just can't wait to go play this game with his brothers. I mean, he's similar to some of these other guys we're talking about. Me, with him game day, it's going to be more mellowing him to focus on just go play the game and have fun because he is so intense because he loves his game so much and he loves his team. Doesn't want to let his team down. That's who he is.
You have faith in him as a 17-year-old last year. How much better is he even from that now?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a phenomenal offseason. I mean, he's ready to cut it loose. He's from the things he did as a 17-year-old, which we all saw glimpses of things that could get you really excited, to seeing him go train this offseason, even battling some things this offseason injury-wise. But just seeing him never lose his focus, never lose his edge, never all of a sudden get casual, right? We talk about casualness leads to casualties. Never once happened for him. And seeing him, what he's done this offseason, he's go ready to cut it loose. And Malik Sherrod in that room with Dylan Riley, Breeze, like as a group, Coach Montgomery's done a great job with those guys. I mean, they're ready to go as a stable, go cut it loose.
Speaking of all the running backs, especially Sherrod and Gaines, they seem somewhat different, body shapes and everything. How much does that give you an edge with the fact that they might have different strengths?
Yeah, they definitely have different strengths, different skill sets, right? So it's going to be really good for our offense, this season to have. They both can run our entire offense, right? They both do a lot on special teams, but they give a little bit of a different edge to whatever play they're doing, right? And so that's going to be a really good switch up for our offense, and excited to use both those weapons.
What did Colton Boomer do to win the kicking job?
Yeah, he battled some injuries as he was kind of through fall camp, but when he's healthy, which he is now, he's really good, BJ. And so we're going to continue to evaluate. Once again, that might change this week. That might change game 1, depending how he plays. But when he's healthy and he's doing what he's supposed to, he's really, really good at what he does.
Look, Jake Ripp at linebacker, it's going to change through the season, like you said. But just what's he done to, I guess, win that spot?
Very consistent. Yeah, Jake Ripp, very consistent. Loves his teammates. He's been very, had a huge role on special teams, played a little bit on defense last year. And this offseason, I mean, he was like, man, I just want to play. I want to start. I know I can do it. And a lot of guys will say that, right? As a head coach, I meet with everybody and they'll tell you that. It's a very few that actually put the work in to get that done. Jake Grips put the work in to earn the right to be a starter here. That could change from game 1 to game 2, to your point, Sean, but he's earned the right to go start game 1 for us because he's very consistent. You know he's going to do what he's supposed to do when he's supposed to do it, no matter if he's banged up, tired. It doesn't matter. You can trust Jake Grips. And I think a lot of that comes from the leader in that room in Marco, who's really set that standard there. Like I said, Bowen Phelps is going to play a lot game 1, right? We've got a couple different packages we roll defensively that we're working through to make sure it can be ready to roll. And you're going to see a lot of different backers to DBs rolling in different packages.
Do you like kind of the versatility you might have there? Like Jake, he was an edge last year, and Bo Phelps was a safety. You've got all these guys kind of with different skill sets.
Yeah.
How big of a help is that going to be coming into this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's our job as coaches to make sure we put everybody in the right situation to help our team. And not only put them in the right situation to help our team, what can they do best? And I think, Bowen Phelps moving from safety to linebacker, he's got a really, really bright future there. Even as a young player, he's got a really, really bright future there because he can help our team there. Jake Gripp, no different. There's going to be some things he did last year that helped us, but he's going to help us a lot more this year playing inside linebacker. And so that's where we look at, no different offensively, defensively, especially how we create packages and how do we get our best 11. Maybe you're not starting in this package, but we're going to get you in this package. And trying to throw an offense off by being able to use multiple packages helps us.
Back to the weather, the last 2 times you went to Florida, you had to change plans because of it. Just what did you learn from those 2 trips, both good and bad?
Yeah, really good question. I mean, been a part of a lot of different trips out east. Game 1 from Florida State to Central Florida to Georgia Southern last year. And there's things that as you go through it, you learn and grow. I mean, our prep, how we hydrate our guys, how we train, things you learn over the years. And so we try to put that into practice this fall camp. At the end of the day, the environment is the environment. And that's my biggest message to our players. The environment is the environment. Nobody controls that. Jesus is the only one that does, right? I don't. But we do control how prepared we are. And regardless where you play, game 1, you'll see guys cramping in pregame game 1 just because the emotion's so high. So there's a lot of things game 1, the environment, that we just try. My goal as a coach is to make sure our guys are not thrown off by whatever it is. If it's fill in the blank weather, that's the game. South Florida's playing the exact same deal we are. And whatever, they're from down there, all that, at the end of the day, ball's going to get put down at 5:30.
With that said, 3:30 on a Thursday, kind of a weird start. I don't know if you're asking the mayor to try to get businesses closed.
Yeah.
But what do you make of that? And you do get a chance to be on ESPN, the only game kind of going on at that point, which is obviously a big deal too.
Yeah, it's funny. I was even talking to my wife about what time kickoff was and what it is. Because 3 kids, she's not going to be able to come out there. Nobody wants William, our 5-month-old, in that 5-hour flight. I promise you that. He'd probably be puking on the person in front of him. But it's an interesting time in Boise. Obviously, 5:30 Eastern on ESPN. Huge moment for our program. Huge moment for South Florida's program. It's a college football game 1 that as a fan you want to watch and be a part of. And if I'm a betting man, I know Bronco Nation's going to find a way to be watching this game at 3:30. I'd be hard pressed to find any corporation in this state that's not going to be okay with their workers watching this game.
As you guys have always spent a ton of time together, but is there anything you look forward to about the first real road trip where it's just truly you guys, traveling across the country to go accomplish a mission? Are there any moments about that you like or stand out?
Yeah, Jay. I mean, it's everything. These moments that these kids have, and I tell them, I talk a lot about this, especially towards the end of the year when the seniors, senior game, and this is the moments these guys are going to remember 2 years from now, maybe 5 years from now. Very rarely are going to be in-game moments. It's going to be those moments. Even as a coach, it's going to be the locker room. It's going to be the hotel. It's going to be, and a lot of times when stuff doesn't go well, right? Where it's like, hey, remember when this happened? Or, hey, they didn't have enough of this food. Or remember when the AC went out in our hotel? Those are the moments that create this brotherhood through the vehicle of football that create lifelong relationships, right? And so that's always my message, embrace that. Embrace what this trip is. Long flight, all this. Enjoy it with your teammates, man. It's the greatest team sport on the planet as long as you let it be that way. as long as you push those values forward. And so I can't wait to spend more time with these guys. I know I'm excited to spend more time with them. They're probably excited to spend time with me, I'll be honest with you, at this time of the year. But I love being around. I love seeing them interact. I love seeing them be around each other. We had a slip and slide at practice the other day, and was not my brainchild. Charlotte Siegel deserves all the credit. But I was telling my wife after, like, just seeing them be kids, seeing them 17 to 23, just go out there and be kids. Have fun. Slide on a slip and slide, right? Like, you forget that these are young men that we're growing to be champions in life. And I don't want to miss those moments with them. As we get ready to go play a big-time game, I'm going to enjoy all those moments with them, too.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.